Loot Cast starts now. Is that good enough?
Jump again. Hey.
Okay,
You're all right. That was the best.
Best one
that
ever.
was perfect.
Ever.
That was perfect. Yeah, so good. So you get to. That was your first run. You get to do it again. So
This is a sneak preview, folks.
that was the sneak preview. Yeah, she knocked that one out of the park. So, Brian.
Yes.
Hi.
How's it going?
We get to hang out tomorrow in person.
I know, dude. It's pretty crazy. I got a little homework before you come down. There's this amazing documentary that came out quite a time ago. But it's pretty much spot on. It's called The OC. I'm gonna need you to watch that before you come down here.
Is there seasons of this documentary?
Oh yeah, it's like 5 seasons long. It's very in depth, you know.
Okay. Hopefully it's on Netflix. I can download to my
Hulu.
phone.
Yeah.
Sounds.
But it's pretty much
me.
this place to a T. So yeah, watch The OC. You know, it's very good.
Okay. Am I gonna need more hair gel or a fake tan?
I don't know. That show came out like I think late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh.
So yeah, just
All
do
right.
whatever they do. Yeah, whatever they do, just do that. But yeah, dude, you're coming down for a little thing. There's this little thing happening next week.
That's right. We got Pods of War joining us tonight. How are you?
I'm good. What's up, guys?
We're so glad you're here.
I'm
And-
glad I'm here.
You've started this show once, but will you start it again for us with the Loot Cast starts now?
Sure thing. You ready?
Yeah, you ready, Josh? Jeez.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
The Loot Cast starts now.
What is going on? Welcome to episode 97. That's right, 97. We've officially reached more episodes than listeners. So that's pretty awesome. I want to say welcome to everybody that's hanging out with us in the chat. Thank you so much. I see Henai and Spartan God, and I see Destinot because he's typing stuff. And I know a few of you guys are just lurking, which we really appreciate. So thank you so much for being here. Cygnus Loop, what's up, my man? So, guys, we do this live every Tuesday night at almost 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Sometimes it's a little bit late. I see Power Nuggets there with the heart. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Oh, before we get this thing started, guys, we just have a couple quick ads. So, if you guys would like to get yourself a free book from Audible, if you like to have books read to you like I do, I'm like a small child when they go to bed at night.
I was gonna say,
I always have to have.
Go to bed.
Yeah, pretty much. I use Audible to like soothe myself to sleep every night while I listen to like Game of Thrones and stuff that gives me wonderful dreams.
Do they have storybooks? I wanted to read a storybook to my stream.
Like
like a bedtime story.
The gold spine ones, the old.
Yes, exactly.
Oh my goodness!
Awesome.
Who knows? They have like 30,000 books, and go check it out. If you find one that you like, make sure you go there by using this link, audibletrial.com/thelootcast, and you will help support this show, and you get yourself a book. So go check it out. We thank you. Really appreciate it. That's audibletrial.com/thelootcast. Also, guys, if you'd like to get yourself an extra Destiny podcast each month, you can go to patreon.com/thelootcast, and for $1 or more, hook you up with an extra show. So go patreon.com/thelootcast. And lastly, Brian and I, because we don't podcast enough, we've started a second podcast called Nintendo Powercast, where we talk about, guess what? All things Nintendo. So iTunes, Podbean, and Google Play. You also find it on lootcave.com, which is where we put all of our content. So you can go check out that site. Whew, we did it. You're going to find the links, guys, to the lootcave.com/episode 97. All the links I just mentioned, plus all the links to Pods of War, her Twitter, Twitch, all that, plus Destinot and myself. All the links will be right there. The lootcave.com/episode 97. We got it out of the way. Now,
Done.
let's have a little bit of fun here. So, Pods of War. I think we met on Sunday on Twitter.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was Sunday. I didn't sleep Saturday night, so I was like, it's all kind of a blur.
Just runs together.
All kind of just one day. So we're part of the pizza.
Yeah, the pizza party.
And you're taking the initiative and like kicking everybody in the butt and saying, "Hey, let's be friends."
Yeah, I am in a couple of communities that are really lively, but they're not like Destiny based. And I just felt like we had this huge opportunity. We're in the pizza party, but there's so many of us, but we're not like actively chatting with each other every day. So I was just like, if I invite more people, if I do the work, maybe I can get this a little bit more lively. So I sent you an invite to the Discord via Twitter, and that's how we met.
So what is the pizza party? Tell everybody.
So the pizza party is the stream team that She Snaps created. And if you don't know who She Snaps is, she is a Destiny streamer, one of the larger female ones out there. And she created this stream team to promote positivity within the Destiny community. And she goes out and raids people that she doesn't know, I'm assuming. She didn't know me when she raided me. And then if she likes what she sees, if she thinks they'd be a good fit for the community, then she invites you. And we all become friends and start supporting each other.
Yeah, she is super cool. She's a stream I definitely like to. I don't get to sit and watch a lot of streams, but I try to just kind of hop in periodically to those that I can and say hi. And she is one that usually midday while I'm at work, I try to at least stop in and say hi because she's awesome. And I don't know that there's much more to say other than that. If you don't follow her, guys, make sure you do. So, and I'm really stoked that you're doing that because, I kind of thought about doing the same thing. I'm part of this group. It's the main stream team that I use, with my Twitch, but I don't think I ever talked to anybody. Here's the problem. She invited me to it and I didn't. It was the first one, like her and Guardian Outpost did it at the exact same time, but I didn't get any kind of notification because I was still streaming on my other channel. So I didn't know I had to accept the invite. I thought it just happened. I thought they just put you in the group and you were good to go. Yeah. And so I think that's why I never got the invite to Discord or anything like that, because it was months later before I accepted. I was like, uh-oh.
She's like, you don't want to be on my team.
Yeah. She never said anything about it, but yeah.
So we're both in the Outpost then too.
Yep. I guess so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Double stream team buddies.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Gio's a good guy. I usually visit him in the mornings while I'm cooking my bacon and eggs. And so and I'm getting up at 4 a.m. He starts to stream at 3 a.m. my time because it's 6 a.m. Eastern.
Yeah, same.
So I'm like, hey, the bacon just hit the skillet. It's 2 or 3 times a week. I'm cooking breakfast, bro, and listening to you talk. So it's kind of my morning ritual. But wow, guys, we're 1 day away. We're 1 day away.
2 days away
from.
Well, this comes out tomorrow.
2 days.
Yeah, it depends on.
Oh.
That's kind of like the ongoing debate, I think, with people. It's is Christmas Eve the day before Christmas, or is it? You know what I'm saying? I
think it depends on the amount of sleep you get.
There you go. Okay.
Well, it depends who you
count
ask.
the sleeps.
I'm talking to my wife. Christmas is on the 24th, where you open all the presents. I'm like, well, what happens on the 25th then? Whatever. Quite whatever.
Play with the
that's not Christmas.
Jump the gun. So yeah, no, it's on the 25th.
Okay, well, one way or another, we are going to be seeing and playing and seeing Destiny 2 for the first time. Destiny, where are your hype levels, man?
I told you, I've been tempering my levels. I'm at a solid.
Right. You're still yelling, "Get off my yard!"
0.3.
Right? Get off my lawn.
Yeah,
5.3.
Yeah,
You made it to
What?
5.3. I think we're at point higher than last time.
I'm that guy that instead of going into this like woo Destiny 2, like I'm not saying it's gonna fail, but I'm gonna be on the board. I'm on the fence. That way, when I walk in there Thursday morning and it blows my socks off, it's genuine excitement, as opposed to I go in there Thursday morning and I'm like, really, this is what? No, like that's not the reaction I want. I want the other reaction. I want the excited reaction. So yeah, I'm purposely downing my hype.
You're not hyping it up because you don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah, and like
just have no expectations, and then you'll be really
exactly. It's like a first date.
Really blown away.
You just gotta like walk in there and be like, nothing's gonna happen. I'm going home alone. And then when you get that peck on the cheek, it's like, this is amazing. So yeah, I think I've revealed too much about my
that can
past.
be translated to like all of life.
So hopefully Destiny 2 gives you the peck on the cheek. That's what I took away from
hopefully
all
I
of
get
that.
a solid third base from Destiny 2. But we'll see.
Oh.
Just saying.
Where is this?
Where's this going? I'm bringing my camera. I will not be filming that. So
loss.
I'm just saying. Nope, not my loss. Pods.
Yeah.
With
Pods.
Pods.
Plural.
What's your hype level at?
I am. Oh God, I'm so biased right now. I'm not hyped because I'm like really sad that you guys all get to go and I don't get to go.
What?
Oh.
I like DM'd the guy. I'm like, I'm gonna drive up. I might just show up and pretend to be somebody else.
I told there's another guy. Who is this? I feel like a total douche now. McShivers, if you're out there listening, he knows. He's been trying super hard to like indirectly get invited, I guess. Like he's tweeting every single day like, oh man, I like live right here, I could show up, maybe I'll just go, I'm like, dude, you need to just hold a manila folder in your hand and walk with a purpose and no one will stop you. They'll just be like, this guy clearly is here because he knows where he's going and he has a folder in his hand. Who just shows up with a folder in their hand if you're not there to do something with the folder?
That's a good
Hey.
I wouldn't question that guy.
Yeah.
Like, all
There's
right.
gonna be a line of people with manila folders.
Do you want to up your game? Just like talk on the cell phone while walking and ignoring everyone, and they're like, "Oh yeah, he belongs here."
Yeah, and if they stop you, then just be like, "Excuse me," and just keep walking.
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am?
Yeah, you just gotta bust one of those.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So come on down.
Well,
I actually have a friend at Bungie, and he was really like, "You should just show up." I don't know if that's like a hint or
right.
I don't know. Maybe he's burned. He works at Bungie and he can't go either.
Yeah.
Hey, Spartan God is saying dress up like a guardian, right? If you'd be like, "Hey, I got hired to show up here as a guardian. Let me in.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let's put those emotions aside. What's your feeling for Destiny 2?
I definitely trust Bungie. So I know that it's going to be amazing because Bungie, I mean, we can nitpick it all day, but the fact that we're still talking about Destiny, still playing Destiny every day, and it's been 3 years, it tells you that they made a good game.
Yeah.
So I trust them. Before Destiny, my favorite game was Halo Reach, which they had a part in. So, I think it's going to be great. I think it's great for the community, and I don't know. I feel really close about Destiny. Destiny is very close to my heart, so it's very exciting to see where it's going to go.
I'm right there. I'm like, this game has done so much. Like, it's brought so many people together. This game has been so much more than a game for the longest time, right? I mean, we talk about it on here. We're not even really playing the game at this point. Like, we've played a little, but not much. Not much. I played a little bit of the Mayhem Iron Banner, Mayhem Clash, and it was fun. I jumped in, and I actually, you know what? I didn't even stream it. I'm just like, I'm just gonna jump on. Like, I had some guys that I had never played with before in one of our Discords were like, "Hey, come play." So I did. I had the time to do it and played a couple matches, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. But the little bit of time I have to play right now has mostly been Nintendo games, Mario Kart, that kind of stuff, just because I'm hooked on the Switch at the moment. I'm really excited to get my hands on this game. I'm kind of like Destinaut, where I'm like, I kind of want to see, like, I don't have these really high expectations. I don't doubt the guys at Bungie at all, but I don't want to. We speculate about this game and we talk about all the things we want and, oh, it could be so awesome, and then I don't want to be let down, even if it's something that's awesome. So I'm just kind of like, you know what? We'll just keep these things. We'll keep them at bay, and then after everything goes down on Thursday, that's when we're gonna hop on this hype train and ride it all the way to September 8th, basically. So that's where I'm at. But I think it's a good time to find out about you, Pods. And so we're gonna get into our next section here, which is Becoming Legend.
Cool.
So tell us about you. You mentioned Halo Reach. Let's we don't even have to start with the Destiny journey. Let's start with the gaming journey. Like, what got you into games, and what was some of your first games that you played, and what were some of your favorites, and that kind of stuff?
Okay, well, I'm not really sure what my first game was. The first game that I remember playing would have been Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo. And then, yeah, I didn't own it. My grandma owned it, and she lived in Santa Barbara. So that's like a good 4 hours from San Diego. Yeah. So I mean, I don't really even know how young I was. Maybe like 5, 6, 7. But we would go drive up to Santa Barbara, and I'd spend all my time playing the console instead of with my family.
I don't see the problem here.
Yeah, like, this is normal, right?
You just described my childhood.
Yeah. So that was the first game I was in, and then I was really hooked on this other game for Super Nintendo called Toddlers. Don't know if you heard about it.
What is this?
It's like
you speak of?
It's like a ripoff of Lemmings.
Okay.
Which I never knew Lemmings existed, but it's like you're these little the characters that you see on like nerd packages. Yeah. It's like all those little guys, and you have to get them to a doorway, but you have blocks, and you're like some sort of magician, and you have to put the blocks in the right way without murdering all these adorable little nerd creatures. Because if they fall down, then there's blood and they die, or you could squish them with the blocks. It's very emotional.
Did you handle that okay as a young child, or was it pretty
I mean, definitely feel bad, but keep on going. I beat the game. One of the very few games I've ever beaten.
Okay. That's cool. Where to go from there?
I'm a serial non-completionist.
Non-completionist. I think there's a lot of us that are like that. I think unless you're like when I was the achievement hunter, then that's when I was completing stuff. But man, nowadays it's like, cool, I installed that game. Hey, maybe I opened it.
I played it.
So I totally get that. But where to go after Toddlers? What was next?
So the next memories, I have really bad memories, guys. The next memories I have about gaming, I was not in Santa Barbara. It was in San Diego. My neighbor had a PS1. So she also had a Nintendo 64. So we would go over and play like Mario Party and Crash Bandicoot but it was always like a social setting because I still never had a console. So it was like me and my sister and her playing like party social games.
Okay.
And after that, when I was 14, I got into Halo 2. And so that was the first time where I bought my own console. I bought that big, huge, clunky Xbox, and I have like tiny hands. I couldn't even hold the controller. I had to buy like a special kid controller.
The Mad Catz little one?
Yes, the Mad Catz one.
I may have bought that for my
all
son.
those like electronics inside.
Yep. Like had like clear blue plastic on it and stuff.
Yeah,
That's the one we had anyway. So
I would play that, and nobody in my family really games, so it was like a big culture shift for my parents. Like, what is she doing? Who is she talking to? I wasn't allowed to game for like hours. So I could only play for like 1 or 2 hours at a time. And of course, they made me go to sleep at certain times. So I would wake up at 5 a.m. to play online. And I made like a lot of friends around the world. A lot of Chinese friends from China around on at 5 p.m. or 5 a.m. PST. So then next game I played after that would have been I played through Halo 3, but I didn't own it. And I played Halo Reach. Halo Reach was my jam. SWAT and Halo Reach was just like
good.
I grinded the hell out of that game.
Yeah.
I loved that. And that was the one time where I felt like I had a social community that they were my best friends, and like we would just explore and glitch on maps for hours and try to get out of things. So I think through all of my gaming history, it's always been a social thing for me. I've never really played, except for Super Nintendo by myself. I never really played things alone. And because of that, I have stayed into like the multiplayer side of things. But now with streaming, I feel like I can play single player while it's still being social. Mm-hmm. So anyway, Halo Reach, and then I moved to the Xbox. I'm not sure what really made me buy an Xbox. I played Titanfall for a bit. I played Evolve for the equivalent of about 4 hours. And
you made it that far?
You and everyone else.
And then I got Halo 5, which I got to like the 4th mission. And then
just couldn't do it,
stopped there.
Couldn't do it, huh?
I couldn't. As much as I loved Halo, I don't know. It couldn't keep my attention. Like I said, I'm a non-completionist. And then Destiny came along, which is a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, apparently, because Spartan God 56 says, ask Pods how she got into Destiny. Wink, 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 wink.
Ooh, scandal.
Wink, wink, wink. Power Ranger.
Yeah, Pink Ranger, Green Ranger.
Yeah. So Spartan God is actually my boyfriend of 6 years, and he has also decided to pick up streaming.
Nice.
So cool. Shameless plug for you, Spartan.
Make sure to follow him, guys. He's right there in chat.
You just click on his name, click his heart. Okay. So Spartan actually is like really I was gonna say detrimental. That's the opposite word that I'm looking for.
He was detrimental to my success. Full on.
Whatever the opposite of that is. That's what he was.
Pivotal?
He started playing
instrumental.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's play a word game.
Words are hard.
I'd like to buy an A.
Went to college, I promise you guys. He said I'm crazy. Instrumental. Okay. He started playing Destiny at Alpha. And I wasn't into it. When we started dating, he was like, "You're not a gamer. You haven't finished a game in years." And so he started playing this game, Destiny, and he's on the PS4. So I'm an Xbox girl. He's a PS4 girl or guy. Sorry.
Whatever.
I'm getting distracted by chat because Oz says, "Welcome to Words with Pods." This is how my stream goes, guys. I can't say words.
It's cool. It's a guessing game.
You're in good company.
It's a guessing game. So
very manly.
If you can figure this all out, let me know. Tweet at me. There is a prize.
Okay. So, I always say, like, a lot of times people are like, oh, I want a gamer girl. And then you're going to find a gamer girl and she's going to be on the opposite console. And it's going to be like console battles. So that's where we were at. But anyway, we had this like point in our relationship where it was like sort of contentious. Like I would go over and be like, oh, let's watch a movie or whatever. And he's like, okay, I'm just going to finish this raid. 5 hours later, I'm asleep. And he's still beating some guy named Skolas. I have no idea who that is. Or one time he came to my apartment and spent 6 hours while I'm asleep. I have work the next day trying to beat Skolas, and he doesn't beat him. Apparently, year one was really hard.
I was gonna say,
can't relate.
I forget that there was a time where it was like, man, we're gonna have to pick this up tomorrow. We're like halfway through the raid. And it's like, wow, that was a thing. I know day one that happens, later on when our clan would do like day one raid, and it's like, of course you don't get through it because you're not nearly high enough light level, or you've got to drag someone, I don't want to mention any names, through 2 hours of leveling their character before we can even get into the raid. N64 Josh. And
what? Why? I spend enough time under this bus. Can just one show?
A large bus. It's very big. Yeah. So, but yeah, that was the thing. Like I said, I forget about that. I'm hoping that continues.
I heard it was really grindy. Like you couldn't use motes to grind up your weapons, right? Like you had to play.
Yeah. Year one was I bring this up from time to time. Like people are like, oh yeah, year one, that was hard, I'm like, no, forget about year one Destiny. Week one Destiny. That was like, looking back, I was like, what was I doing with my life? Where I was like just grinding the heck out of this. It was, again, maybe it goes back to relationships, but I don't know. It was just it was rough. It was rough. Year one was rough. But yeah, 6 hour raid.
I missed that though.
From what I hear.
You missed the 6 hour
raid. You didn't play year one either.
Oh, no, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did. I was my Xbox broke. So I was like 2 weeks behind or a week behind everybody else. So like all the main people I played with, they were like doing strikes and doing raids, and I was still trying to finish the story so that I could play with them. So I basically had to do it all by myself. And but I enjoyed it. I was like, this is cool. It's like I get a piece of blue armor and I'm like, this is blue. It's better. Like there was excitement there. And I wish we had that same kind of excitement each time a expansion came out. Honestly, I wish we would have had to grind our level and then hit max light and then started raiding again, instead of just like jumping right into the raids and becoming the highest light, that and hopefully we're, fingers crossed, we're hoping that's Destiny 2. So Spartan God asked if either Destinot or myself got week 2 galley. Destinot started on PlayStation 4, right?
Oh, I started on Xbox 360 because I'm like, hey, Bungie knows all about Xbox. It's probably the definitive version, Yeah, it wasn't. But and I'm not, I say I'm not a graphics whore, but I am. So I'm like, no, Xbox 360, that's what I had. I didn't even have new systems. I walked into like GameStop on a whim, just be like, what's new? And they're like, oh, this Destiny thing. And I was playing it on Xbox 360 because that's what I had at the time. And I'm like, oh, this is really good. But it's like, that game is so fuzzy looking on a 1080p TV. So it's like, I was like, excuse me. I'm like, dude, I got to get the, a better version. So I went out and bought a PS4. And I was playing it on that. And then I came across some streamer who was playing like at 10 o'clock at night and making his children bring him water and stuff like that, talking about old Nintendo games. And he only played on Xbox, though. So next thing you know, I got an Xbox. Well, Xbox One. So I don't want to mention any names again.
Yeah, under the bus I go.
Yeah, we derailed you though. You were saying so the boyfriend would be over for 6 hours while you're sleeping.
Yeah. So, I had to think about things, and I was like, okay, I've been with this dude. It was like about 3 or 4 years at that point. And I'm like, I trust him. Like, he's all about balance. He's a very balanced person. So if he's giving so much of his time to this game, then there has to be something special about it. So, and he pitched it to me. He's like, hey, year 2's coming out. Like, everything's going to start over. This would be a great time for you to get into the community. And the thing that really got it for me too was the beautiful Destiny 2 PS4. It's just gorgeous. So yeah, the all white and gold. So yeah, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to jump all in. I'm going to jump in and just trust that this is a good move. And I bought the PS4, I bought Destiny, and then began the adventure, the legend of Pods as a guardian. And it was I don't want to say the game, but like the community that I found around Destiny was what made it so awesome. And I felt like I was back in those Halo 2 days where my best friends are online and I get to just jump online and go on amazing adventures with my best friends. And that's what makes Destiny special. And I don't know, I just love everything about it. Says, and now we're addicted and Destiny consumes our lives. Yeah, that's pretty much the end of the story.
Right. So the question is, what do you main?
I main a Titan.
That was close.
Girl. Yeah. Sweet.
Good answer.
Yeah, you're in good company. Somebody posted in our band, like our band app for the clan today, like, we're doing a raid. We need 2, preferably Titans. And I posted, everyone prefers Titans. And oh my gosh, the bee's hive that I kicked in the chat was the best. Like,
so you just gotta poke the bee's nest
you
and
never
walk
have
away.
Difficulty finding a raid group as a Titan, especially Titan. No, everyone needs one.
The best thing I heard was the reason Warlocks self-res is because they always play by themselves.
Ouch.
That was a good one. I to this day do not have a Warlock.
How many Titans do you have though?
I only have one. I was thinking about getting another Titan so that you could get double the gear. Mm-hmm. But no, just Titan and a low level hunter.
Yeah.
I had 3.
Josh has 3. Same reasons though.
3 Titans?
Not anymore. I did. I have all. I need. I'm an achievement guy, so I had to get all the other 2. But it was hard for me to delete those Titans. I was like, "Hello, darkness, my old friend." Like, as I'm holding down X. Did you even have
was each Titan their own subclass, or were they all just like Striker Titans?
No, you got to understand. Like, my Guardians have always made up a 3-piece band. And so, like, my first Titan is the bass player. We've gone over this. Like, he's got the long hair. Yeah, he's got the long hair and, like, the dark makeup under his eyes. And he's, like, he's, kind of, but he's the bass player. He kind of just hangs his head and does his thing. The second Titan was kind of, he was definitely, like, the lead singer. Kind of had, like, the shaved side of his head and, a little bit of a pretty boy look to him. And then the last one had a mohawk, and he was the drummer, but he was the first to go. Poor guy. And then the singer was the singer was the second. I mean, we replaced them with a hunter drummer and an EXO lead singer, I guess. I don't know. Maybe
I could see an EXO lead. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more of a techno band now. A little more robotic.
EXO lead.
Oh my gosh, the names we came up with. Do you remember some of those band names the guys were naming them in the chat? Like
Flock of Seagulls was a play on one of them.
Yeah, there
I don't
was
remember now.
so I'm sure Henai's gonna he was nailing a few of them, but we had some pretty good times with that. So, but well, that's good. Titan, what
Yeah.
like, are you more PvP, PvE? Do you do it all, or?
I started out very PvE. When I went out, so it was year 2, so I was very familiar with like orcs. We would do orcs raid all the time, and I slowly but surely switched over to PvP to where once I started streaming, that's all I would do. It was pretty much just trials every weekend, and me and Spartan would literally run trials every weekend. Like, okay, you come over, we'll get snacks, and we're going to be playing trials all night on Friday until like the early morning. He also works nights, so I kind of get on his schedule, like a little night owl. And just barely, I have started to pick back up on the PvE side. Not too much, but, you know, a good healthy raid every now and then. It's always fun.
So, how close are you to finishing your Age of Triumph, or are you done?
Oh, we've talked about this. I'm a serial incompletionist. No, I really have to do it because I want that shirt. But I'm about at 65%, I think.
Nice. Oh, you're 20% higher than me. So good.
I need to do more strikes. I need to do more nightfalls. Those are like the bane of my existence. I just don't enjoy them.
Yeah.
Raid. I'd rather do a 5-hour raid than like a half an hour nightfall. It's so strange.
So I would say most Destiny players probably have like a most memorable time in the game or a most memorable raid, something like that. What would it be for you? What's your most like, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be in the game. It could be something that the community did. Just what's one of the most memorable things about these last 3 years with the game?
Oh gosh, it's so hard. My memory's really bad. It's hard to like remember a specific instance.
Maybe something funny. Like, I don't know if you guys saw recently, True Vanguard put a tweet out of him, and I can't remember the guy's name. Like man something, or I don't know. I can't remember his name. Forgive me. I'm sorry. But the dude's like, they go to heavy on trials, and he's like, "Here comes the bubble," and he launches himself right off of the map because he has a striker on it. So he literally says, "Here comes the bubble," and just flies to his death. And True Vanguard can't even Manigator. There it is. So True Vanguard can't even breathe. He's laughing so hard. Like, I mean, it's just great. And that kind of stuff's awesome. So I don't know. Does Spartan taking you through Crota for the first time, does that ring any bells for you?
Not positive ones.
Well, that's probably why it was memorable.
Yeah.
I know for me, I think Josh, I think you were there. We were doing Vault of Glass, and we were on the Oracles, and we were having a pretty tough time. And it was one of those, you know, you probably know the situation, you know, where you're just like, you're almost there. It's like just one little thing happens at a crucial moment, and it's just, you can't get past that one. It's something small, but for some reason your fire team is just not making it happen. And we've called them out many of times. Golden frog legs. I kid you not. 45 minutes into this of doing oracles, and he's like, "Oh, he's like, I got self-res." He wasn't using it the whole time, and it's just like, really,
oh my
dude?
gosh.
Like you could have like been pulling those clutch, you know, reses, and yeah. So shout out to you, frog legs.
He's gonna tweet at us now.
That's funny.
Well, we
I
didn't
think
just get any cuss words this time. Yet.
Right. Yeah.
Those jumping puzzles are hard too.
Yes.
How'd you do on the jumping puzzles?
Supermanning. I remember Supermanning many a times with my Titan, not quite getting to the edge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the thing is with me and Spartan, like he's a Leo and I'm an Aries, so we tend to like clash a little bit. And Spartan, of course, he was an alpha player, so he was like the Crota Sherpa. So he knows everything to do with the sword and everything. So me, just like this little pleb, he'd get a little frustrated. But some things that I really enjoyed were when Oryx came out, we were both Titans, so we both got to be like those bubble Titan twins at the top of the towers, taking down the ogres with the touch of malice. So that was really fun because we were kind of like this duo that, we would offer our help to other raid groups. Like, oh, we got 2 Titans that know how to do it. We can do the end of Oryx. Spartan says the first time Pods and I went flawless together. Yeah, that was a good one. One of our good friends, Dreamcatcher. I don't know if you've heard of her. She is she doesn't stream so much anymore, but she helps a lot of streamers with their trials carries, and she's also a mute. So the fact that she can communicate with her team through chat, and even with the delay, and help me and Spartan get to the lighthouse. I mean, I wouldn't say that she carried us because we all put in our own effort, but that was really exciting. Me and Spartan got to go together. It took us about 6 cards.
Oh wow,
that's
it was
cool.
a really sweaty night.
That's cool though, because I forget. I just saw the statistic recently, and pretty much the majority of the Destiny community has not gone to the lighthouse.
Yeah.
So I think even like you
it's
said,
like 3%.
Yeah, it's super low. Like you said, you guys were doing your part, but I think it just goes to show that there are some people out there that are just stupidly amazing at this game. And then on top of that, you're saying like, she's mute, and it's like, wow, okay, yeah. Like, I'm not even close to that level. I can, like, see that level from the ground, like, as I look up. So, but yeah, just going to the lighthouse, I think even if you're, being quote-unquote carried, that's still a feat, because if you're going up against 3 really good people and you only have 2 really good people, or possibly 1 really good person on your team, I think that's saying something.
Yeah, I agree. I actually refused to know what the lighthouse looked like. Like every time like a stream, every time like they would get there, it would turn off because I was like, I want it to be a surprise. I think when Spartan got there, that was the one time I was like, okay, I'll watch him go in. Because he got into the lighthouse. I think he'd been there a couple times before, but it was like the first time I was watching his card and experience it with him. But yeah, I think being there, your first time is incredible, and it's so beautiful. I took like 1 million pictures. I probably stayed there for like 2 hours.
I was gonna say, yeah, there's no time limit. That doesn't like kick you to orbit, which I think is cool.
No, well, it's nicer that it's a social space now.
Is it?
My first time going to the lighthouse, it was during Spooky
He doesn't
Week.
know.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Josh knows this, but like I've like purposely, just like you purposely didn't want to see the lighthouse, I've been purposely, hanging back. Destiny 2 is just going to be amazing for me because I'm so in the dark.
Sometimes you have to do that in order to like preserve your good memories.
Yeah.
But the first time I went was during. I know, right?
Yeah.
Just have it stay a positive thing.
Exactly.
It was during Spooky Trials was the first time that I went. And I feel like I had an advantage in Spooky Trials from all of my
salt.
Halo Reach days. Oh, you didn't like Spooky Trials?
No, I didn't mind it at all, but there were some people that were super pissed. I didn't like looking down my sniper rifle and having that spider show up on my screen with the loud noise. I was like, what the... Anyway, go ahead.
Pretty scary.
Only the first time.
I had played Halo SWAT so much. Like, I thrive with no radar because I am god awful at checking my radar. So I felt like I had like a little bit of an advantage in Spooky Trials. So I was like, this is great. I love this. This feels like home. That was my first time. And then the lighthouse was actually decorated.
Yeah.
There were like little lanterns and candles and stuff. We got to visit Bungie around that time, and Bungie decorated their office that way.
That's pretty cool.
Tell us more, please.
Well, okay, I had a good friend who lived down here in San Diego with me. Well, he didn't live with me, but he lived in San Diego. And he worked at, I know.
Is Spartan surprised by this last statement?
He's like, what?
She's now looking down at the ground with her hand on her.
Flubbed up. Flubbed it up. Now he's going to be like, we need to have a conversation.
He's doing the math. He's like, 96,
was this
95.
a Freudian slip?
Did he just whisper you?
Okay. Yeah, he was my friend from San Diego. He worked at PlayStation at the time. He was confidentiality agreement. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Yeah, he worked at PlayStation at the time, and he was like, I think I'm gonna apply to Bungie. I'm like, you have to do it. And he's like, well, I don't know. It would be a huge life change moving to Seattle. I'm like, you just need to go do it, try it. Like, you're gonna regret it for the rest of your life. So he applied, he got in, moved to Bungie, works there, and he was like, yeah, if you ever want to come visit, just come to Seattle. And Spartan actually has had family in Seattle, one of our raid members.
Oh, cool.
So I got to meet some of our raid people, and then we got to visit Bungie.
Nice.
That's rad.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
I imagine.
So when you get there,
oh, go ahead.
well, you go ahead. I
was just gonna say, I imagine Bungie just decorates the tower based on what like their janitor Beatrice decorates the office like. They just wait for her to decorate, and then they're just like, "Yep, that works."
Yeah, let's put this into the game.
Do it. Oh, you were saying?
No, it is really, they go all out there. They actually have one person just design, like, set aside for displays in the office.
Oh, wow.
And so you go inside, and the whole first floor, you're allowed to take pictures. And they had like a big captain. And at the time that we went, they were, I can't remember, Spartan, if you can remind me. I think Wrath of the Machine had just come out. So it was like decorated Siva, but also with all the lanterns, and there was like this captain guarding this huge treasure chest of candy, and they had all their awards and stuff. But it's the second floor that you're not allowed to like take pictures, or you sign like an NDA, like whatever you see here, you can't talk about.
I would imagine. I mean, it's it is a gaming studio, so there's probably a technical side to it, which is I wouldn't say it's not fun, but they probably sit there with their nose to the grindstone, like fixing bugs and stuff that probably isn't the most exciting part of game making. But being that they make video games, it's a very creative process. So I can imagine the types of individuals that work there are probably really, like, I don't know, free thinking, kind of like, it's got to be fun. They're just fun people, I imagine, working there. So I'm sure that kind of overflows into the decor of the office and just like the atmosphere and the mood.
Yeah, it seemed like a really cool place to work at. A lot of cool people, and then definitely like your very nerdy people that are just like buried into their work. But the office is beautiful, and it looks like an amazing place to work at.
Yeah, I bet it would be a blast. I bet it would be an absolute blast. Well, we're just about to hit that hour mark, and you have a stream to start, correct?
I do.
Okay, so we're gonna get all of your links and then we're gonna post all your Twitch link right here in the chat, and have everybody go over to your stream as soon as you fire it up. So tell us where we can find you on the internet.
Okay. Well, I made it really easy for you guys for the most part. Oh, shit. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Oh, my audio cut out. So on Twitch, my name is Podsofwar, and then it's the same Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. The only thing that is different is YouTube, but if you search Podsofwar, I'm gonna come up anyway. So I stream on Mondays and Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Fridays at 2 p.m., and Saturdays at 10 p.m. Those are all Pacific time, so we're like a little bit late night, with the exception of Friday afternoons.
We understand.
Yeah.
We have the same problem with all of our streams, so all the late night, like
I know Pacific side is like so hard.
It's like a little rough.
We're like the redheaded stepchildren of streaming.
Of Twitch.
Yeah. It's just like, oh, no, we're going to bed. It's late. Oh, you guys are going on? Whatever. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cool thing is that you can get like all like the East Coast hosts, but there are a lot of just like sleeping lurkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoop. Late night crew. That's right. That's right.
You get a lot of people from the other side of the pond though, which is cool. It's fun.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. On my Saturday night streams, you get a lot of UK people, and it's like their morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Australia too. We've been finding a few Australians have shown up, and some Kiwis every now and again. So, but Destinot, how about you, man? Where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at DestinotTLC. Also, every Tuesday night, doing this show, 7 p.m. Pacific time, here on Twitch.tv/The Loot Cave. We do 7 o'clock, talk about Destiny. And 9 o'clock Pacific time, we talk about Nintendo. They're still around, guys. They haven't gone out of business yet. Still kicking. I think they're only when were they created? 1885.
Yeah, something.
They've been around
that.
a couple years.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a few.
They have a couple good ideas.
Just a few. Yeah. Guys, you can find me on Twitter at N64Josh. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook. All N64Josh. And I'm also streaming every Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're doing this on Tuesdays. And other than that, it's kind of when I have a minute to stream. That's when I do it. So if you want to follow, turn on those notifications. And we have a good time playing some Mario Kart, playing some Destiny, all that stuff. So we are going to give one more shout out to Spartan God 56. Thanks for letting your girl join us and spill all the beans on all your playing 5 or 6 hours. Just one more try. So guys, give him a follow as well. We'd appreciate that. So lastly, remember audibletrial.com/thelootcast. Get yourself a free book from Audible. If you want another Destiny podcast, it's patreon.com/thelootcast. $1 or more, you can get another Destiny podcast each month. And lastly, if you have a minute or two and you can leave a review on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts, we'd really, really appreciate that. And guys, if you're in chat with us right now, I'm going to put the link to Pods of War and head over to her channel and show her some love. Here we go. I'm going to copy and paste it a handful of times.
I've got one more thing before we pull the plug.
Hit it, man.
So, like we talked about, Josh and I will be at the Destiny 2 reveal Thursday over by LAX. We hope to get a lot of good footage, and we're going to try to do what we can. I know we can't capture game footage like directly on a game card. We can take pictures. I don't think we can. I think one of the big specifications on what they said was like no showing like game footage in pictures. So, but we're going to try to get what we can. Maybe we can talk to some people, get some interviews, see what happens. But this is, at this point right now, this is 95% going to happen. If you're in the area and you're still in the area, well, actually, more of the Orange County area, we're going to be at, it's called Unsung Brewing Company. It's in Anaheim. This is going to be, I just put it there in the chat if you want to, like, look at the spelling for that. But that's going to be Friday night, and we'll tweet out more when we're actually going to be there. But that's 95% going to happen. So it's really cool. It's a brewery, and their big thing is they've got like comic books all over the walls, and they do craft beers and all that exciting stuff. And if you get hungry, right next door, there's basically, imagine going to your favorite mall and going to the food court. Now magnify that by like 100. It's all like it's a giant 2-story basically food court. They've got things from like, you know, gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches. I know that's not even like a thing, but yes, gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches.
It's a thing.
That's definitely a thing.
Oh, it's a thing. Yeah. To like desserts. Yeah. We're definitely going to go to the Iron Press, Josh, in there. They do like the waffle sandwiches, kind of like instead of bread, they use waffles, and then you can get various sandwiches. And then
put chicken inside.
They do chicken.
Chicken and waffles.
They even have something called the Spartan snack, which is like chicken, some greenery in there, some sriracha, all inside of a waffle with an egg. With an egg, fried egg. God. Yeah. So.
What a great way to tell Spartan that, you know, even though we're not going to the reveal, we should drive up and meet some peeps.
Yeah. So yeah, especially if I forgot you guys live semi close. Yeah, but the Iron Press and the small Iron Press at this place has, I kid you not, a bar that's not a bar. It's 20 feet long of taps, all beer, and that's the small one. If you go to the one over in, it's closer to Irvine. That one has about a 40-foot long section of taps.
So you're saying we're gonna need a hotel?
We're gonna need a bigger boat. So yeah, right now, guys, 95% gonna happen at the Unsung Brewing Company in Anaheim. Josh and I are gonna be there. Hopefully, people in the area can come check it out. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah. Probably. I'm guessing around 6 or 7, right? Probably.
Time-wise,
we're planning this right now as we talk about
kind
it.
of.
So.
I think they're open from 4 to 10. So
I checked. They're open till 11 on Fridays.
Okay,
I
cool.
believe.
Sweet.
Yeah,
we will be there. Like I said, right next door. If you want more food, they've got this huge place. It's called the Packing House. Tons of food there.
Yeah. Tell all your friends, and we're gonna be tweeting it out and everything.
Your
So help us spread the word. Like, it would be awesome if we saw 15 to 20 Guardians come and hang out with us. It would be a blast. So, thank you guys. Pods of War. Thank you. You were the best on short notice and everything. This was a ton of fun. So everyone in chat, looks like Os the Boss Man, Spartan God, Henny, Agent, Hawaiian Punch, Space Cat Universe, everybody else that's been hanging out, just lurking. Thank you guys. You're the best. Game Freak, I saw you. Reaper, Miss Prime. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. Remember to go to twitch.tv/podsofwar right now. She's going to fire up her stream shortly. Just go hang out, chat, move the party over to her chat while I upload this podcast, and show her a little bit of love over there. So thanks so much. See you guys next week with Destiny 2 info.